This video is brought to you by the FARMER-KLEIN YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Faxinal map. This map can be found over the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub, and as of the 1.0 release, this map is available for all platforms. Now before we get into the map, this video is brought to you by Thor Rasmussen. Thank you for being a farm baron. So let's read a little bit of the description. Welcome to Faxinal map. The map is based on the southern region of Paraná. The map comes with 2 new cultures, comes with 3 points of sale, and a lime station. And that is pretty much the description. This map is multi-fruit. It does have black beans and sorghum added to it. This map does not have a seasons mask. This map does not have a custom soil map. So if you play this map with precision farming, you will be using the generic soil map. And we will be taking a look at how that gets applied here shortly to the map. Let's go ahead and load on in. Now there is something very interesting that shows up in the log right here. And we're going to come back to that once the map loads, because I really don't know what this message is. But here it is. So it talks about density map modifier. Number channels is beyond range for 10 channel density map. And then it lists the fruit density map. It says first channel equals 0, number channels equals 7, channel offset equal 5. Okay. Called from blah, blah, blah. Invalid entity ID 0. Okay. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Apparently it's past testing. So yeah. I just don't know what that means. So anybody has a clue what that might mean, let me know in the description. Let's get on with the program. So if we zoom on out and take a look at the lands area, you'll see we start out by owning the main farm here and field number 2. Our land cost is $768,000. And if we start this map up on Farm Manager or start from scratch, we own no land, but everything you see here is pre-placed and exists across all play modes, including vehicles and equipment. Now, land is expensive on this map, and the fields are big. Take a look at Field 5, 112 acres, or nearly 43 hectares in size, $2.2 million. Field 8, 137 acres, 49 hectares in size, $2.7 million. And then we have some smaller fields, quote, smaller fields. Field number 1 is $172,000, 2.5 hectares. Field 10, or land area 10, is 4.2 hectares, $485,000. This map does not have a biogas plant. You can see we have our sorghum and our black beans are our additional crops. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the customs, or the generic soil map. So you see across field number 2 that we own, we have pretty much all the different types of soil. Field 5 has a fair bit of silty clay and loam going through it. Field 8 is pretty much the hybrid of, again, all of the various soil types. If we take a look here at our prices screen, you can see we have 2 sell points for our wheat and barley, and then 3 sell points for the bulk of our other crops, 2 sell points for potatoes, 1 for sugar beets, cotton is 1 sell point, and wool as well. We do have 2 sell points for our eggs and 1 for milk. We have the sawmill for our wood chips, and then silage, hay, straw, and grass is also going to be available for sale down here at this particular sell point. We do, interesting, do not have a sell point for our beans. Okay. We do have 2 sell points for sorghum, and we have a sell point for our pellets should we decide to play with straw harvest. Do have a small list of starting equipment. All of it is new and none of it is leased. We have no animals at the start, and there are contracts available on the map. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the starting equipment. Start out with the Stara SD Max 180, the John Deere 8400R, and the Massey Ferguson 8737. So our tractor's range in horsepower from 180 to 450 horsepower. We have the New Holland CR 10.90 harvester that is paired up with the 41-foot Verifeed header. We have the Joskins Transpace 8000 trailer. And then we also have the 12-row corn header for the New Holland harvester. We have the Horsch Cruiser 12XL cultivator, Pronto 9 DC seeder, the Kuhn Deltas 1302 fertilized sprayer. Then we have the in-game cow pasture, the in-game sheep pasture, and that is it as far as our garage. Now, as you probably have already figured out, there are no custom animals available to us here on the map. No custom miscellaneous. We do have a silo, but it is pre-placed. We cannot sell it, nor can we buy another one. Custom sheds are built into the map. We can't buy them either. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a tour around the main farm here. All of our machinery is conveniently placed right by our starting point. Our harvester there, our header there. We have our main silo over here. You're going to find the dump station right there, and then the fill station is around the corner. Now this road is going to take us way down to the main road that runs kind of on the bottom, and then it runs up along the west side of the map. And we are up here kind of on the highest portion of the map. This is a very, very hilly map. In fact, it's going to be best that you work across the fields in lots of regard, because the incline on most of these fields is a bit much. A bit. Yeah, it's a bit much. You're going to see here in a moment. So this is the base game sheep area. So we've got our wool trigger. We have our sheep spawn point, 250 sheep in this area. We have our food trough and water trough right here. We use the animal pen extension mod, and that is what puts up this icon. Since this is the base game pen, we can have the option of buying the water pipes should we so wish. We do not have a sleep trigger here on the map, so if you wish to sleep through the night, you will need to place your own sleep trigger down. Just down from the sheep pen, we do have an in-ground silage bunker right here. And down the hill a little bit, we'll make our way over to our cow area. And once again, this is just the base game cow area. So we have our straw trigger, slurry, and manure. Then we have our water trough, our cow delivery point, 200 cows. We have our food trough, and then our milk trigger located right here. Now, if we go over here, you can kind of see that we are indeed kind of up on the highest portion of the map. And this is what I'm talking about as far as hilly fields. This is field number 2. So we own this field. Now let me get out here a little bit more, and you'll see the field just fall away. Where's the ground? Where's the ground? Where's the ground? Oh, there's the ground. Oh, wait. Oh, there's the hill. So yeah, this hill is massive. I mean, look at the incline. So you're going to be, and then it just drops off even more. You're going to want to make sure you work across these inclines because, yeah, you're going to need every little bit of that 450 horsepower to pull anything straight up these hills. And we're going to see this trend across a fair number of these fields. Let's go ahead and get set up for that fly around. We'll fly around the map, settle in at the shop, and then hit our sell points. And you can see now, if we go ahead and take a spin around the map, we are looking towards the southern part of the map, rotating around to look towards the east. And then over here towards the north. You really see how the land just falls away. And then we're looking over here towards the west. So one of our sell points is directly below the tail end of this road loop. Bit of a church also here. We might as well just make our way down the road. This is the road that runs along the western edge of the map. The next big important port of call is going to be the fuel station, which is directly below over here. There's the fuel station. And we can go and see how field 14 runs. Not too bad on its incline. And we'll continue on down here in the southwest. We do have our second grain sell point. This also happens to be the sell point to accept our silage, hay, straw, and grass. And then we're going to follow the road along the southern edge of the map. All the way over to the southeastern corner. And that is where our shop is going to be located. I've got some interesting ground textures down here. This is growing black beans, but again, we can't sell them anywhere, so really don't know why they are even included on the map. Definitely look for a map update to hopefully fix that density map message that I mentioned. It's in the log. And then also add a sell point for these beans. We have our sawmill deep inside the jungly forest here. Our wood chip and log sell point. And then we're coming up to the shop over here on the right. And then the final grain sell point is just below. Let's go over here and get our Mahindra and drive around. Check out these roads. So our customized repair cell maintenance trigger is right here in front of this sign. There you have the activation icon. There we have the great levitating car. Let's go ahead and get that Mahindra. See where vehicles spawn in at. Here we have our spawn location. So we do have a fairly large area for vehicles to spawn in at. We will need to kind of see how we think it is to get out of the shop and drive around the map itself with respect to how well it is set up to handle large equipment. But I mean, clearly With the size of these fields, the map author should be expecting you to use large equipment. So we are just a shade too short for this trigger. I wanted to see what this trigger would allow us to buy. It is a white icon, and maybe that means lime because it says decal. Let's go ahead and get a larger trailer. And see what this thing lets us get. So lime is the only thing we can get here. So that is indeed a bulk lime buy point. Now I wanted to see if maybe it would also let us do bulk seed and fertilizer, but it is just bulk lime. Now we have a heck of a climb to get up out of this shop. Really wide road, but still a heck of a climb. And the same to be said about getting down into this particular sell point. Whoa, talk about a roller coaster. And look at that incline. Two bump ups for our sell point. And then we have another big climb. Get back up out of here. Traffic is moving at a blistery pace of approximately 20 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and check the sawmill out. Deep shadows on the map. Now when I loaded up the map, it loads in pretty dark at like 6 a.m. So we have our log sell point and wood chips right there. There are a fair number of trees on the map that are not so friendly with respect to the tree harvester. And I do believe I heard myself a few monkeys back there. Better get out of here before they start flinging some, well, you know what I'm talking about. We have some volunteer soybeans growing up there in the road. Now this field is field number 8. It is a massive, expansive field. Doesn't look too terrible bad from this side as far as elevation changes go. Another field with a really nice rounded hill on it. We'll just straighten those curves out. Now this is a standard size map, but it will feel much larger as you're driving around because you've got to run the entire width of the map, and then you've got to run the entire length of the map to pretty much get anywhere. There's a sell point that's down here in the southeast corner. And we did manage to pass the road, the access road, into the main farm without really realizing it. That was back there between fields 8 and 14. Can't look away for a second with these guys. So we have our fuel station. And then we'll make our run all the way up to the northern sell point. We should be able to see our farm over here on the right. We can never clear these trees. Zoom out. Oh, trust me, our farm is up there on the hill. I think the map takes the cake for dense forested area. That is for sure. We've got the church here in the middle, and then that means our sell point is right on the other side of this loop. And there you go. So guys, that is Faxinal. Map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub. It is an interesting map for sure. I definitely think it is in need for some updates because of the fact that we, one, can't sell one of the two additional crops that we have here on this map. Two, we have that density map error, or not really error, but message in the log. First time I ever really saw that, so I'm sure that's got some type of misconfiguration going on for it. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of the map overall? Is this a map that you're interested in watching to see if it does get an update? And when it does get an update, are you interested in giving it a play? And until next time, happy farming.